are controlled. You don't see no celebrities talking about the Balenciaga situation, right? So that just shows you.
I know Ye has had a pretty bumpy past with his seemingly wild claims, but it seems the rapper might actually be onto something this time. Now, not only has he spoken about what Balenciaga and several corporations have done to try to silence him, but he's also revealed that some of these brands have their talons controlling several celebrities. It's so bad that his ex-wife might even have a deeper involvement than he thought. Well, according to him at least. And all of that is just where the rapper's expose on some of the fetish dealings that have been going on in the fashion industry begins. There's almost no way anyone could possibly pass this up, so stick around till the end of the video to get the whole story. Although a lot of people would say Kanye hasn't exactly been his best self in recent times, but the truth may just be that he sees something the public is totally missing. At least that's the point he's been trying to make ever since Balenciaga released their most recent line of merchandise. According to reports, West, once one of Balenciaga's biggest supporters and collaborators, has now spoken out on the controversy surrounding the brand's latest ad campaign, which features children modeling teddy bear-shaped bags. Stopped by paparazzi after church on Saturday, West seemed to call on his fellow stars to denounce the luxury label, which cut ties with the rapper in October following his series of anti-Semitic remarks. This just shows you all celebrities are controlled. You don't see no celebrities talking about the Balenciaga situation, West said, for TMZ. All of these celebrities out here, don't let them influence you in any way, because they're controlled by the people who really influence the world, he added. They're not serving God. The Balenciaga situation Ye was talking about is the recent campaign that was launched by the brand. Said campaign, shot by photographer Gabrielle Galimbardi, was meant to promote a variety of new products from the Balenciaga gift shop, but you could say it pretty much had the opposite effect than was intended. It featured images of young children dressed in pieces from the Balenciaga Kids line. The plush bear bags, meanwhile, had been featured as accessories in Balenciaga's Spring-Summer 2023 ready-to-wear show. But many criticized the photos, arguing the bags were inappropriate for children. This has led to the brand as a whole, as well as all the major parties that were involved in the campaign, issuing an apology for the disturbing creation. Specifically, Balenciaga removed the campaign from all platforms on Tuesday and apologized for both featuring children and displaying unsettling documents in the holiday ad, which was in support of the label's Spring-Summer 2023 collection. The company insisted in its statement that it strongly condemns abuse of children in any form, and claimed its execs were already taking legal action against the parties responsible for creating the set and including unapproved items. Now, considering that Balenciaga already issued an apology, you're probably wondering why Ye is still talking about them. Well, I'll tell you why. One day after West's interview, his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, who has starred in Balenciaga's ad campaigns and almost exclusively wears the brand's designs, issued her own statement on social media regarding the offending ads. I have been quiet for the past few days, not because I haven't been disgusted and outraged by the recent Balenciaga campaigns, but because I wanted an opportunity to speak to their team to understand for myself how this could have happened, Kardashian tweeted, in part. However, even though Kim seemed to have spoken up against the brand, her actions haven't exactly passed the same message, leading people to believe Kanye is actually up to something with his claims about celebrities, including his ex-wife being controlled. Prior to this official campaign by Balenciaga, the Keeping Up with the Kardashian star faced major outrage on social media over resurfaced images of her 9-year-old daughter Northwest wearing a bizarre leather face covering in the wake of her controversial response to the Balenciaga BDSM scandal. Back in October, North joined her famous mother at Paris Fashion Week, where the fourth grader donned black and white polka-dotted pants, an oversized black t-shirt, platform Crocs, and a leather mask that covered her entire face. Now Kim is facing renewed outrage for letting her young daughter wear the bizarre item, with many social media users claiming that it resembles a gimp mask that is commonly used in BDSM. The backlash comes days after Kim announced that she would not be cutting ties with the fashion giant, despite the company releasing an ad campaign that saw children posing alongside BDSM-themed items. Kim, who has worked with the brand for several years, said that while she was shaken and disgusted to see the images, especially as a mother of 4, she believes Balenciaga understands the seriousness of the issue. She added that she was reevaluating evaluating her relationship with the brand based off its willingness to accept accountability for something that should have never happened to begin with. But many social media users were angered that she didn't condemn the fashion house further. But that didn't stop the outrage from the people, as it was fueled by the images of North, with many online users writing that Kim should be ashamed of herself for letting her 9-year-old put on the covering, and others calling the outfit concerning, scary, and creepy. And while it might have seemed like just a random occurrence, Ye seems to have actually taken steps to secure his kids from being controlled, as the actor reportedly just reached an agreement with his ex-wife concerning their kids right after all these details came out. That's right, the Skims founder and the rapper have finalized their settlement terms, with the exes coming to an agreement about child custody and property, People confirms. According to divorce documents obtained by People, the former couple will have joint physical and legal custody of their 4 children. The Grammy winner will be required to pay Kardashian $200,000 a month in child support. He will also be responsible for half of the children's medical, educational, and security expenses. The pair also agreed to settle disputes regarding the children by participating in mediation. However, if either party fails to take part, the other is allowed to make the decision in a dispute by default. This agreement upon their divorce settlement terms comes 9 months after Kardashian was ruled legally single during a bifurcation hearing. West had previously challenged Kardashian's request to be declared legally single, but said in a statement at the time, "I've asked my team to expedite the dissolution of my marriage to Kim so I can put my entire attention to our beautiful children." Although the rapper himself didn't explicitly confirm that this agreement was based on his claims that Kim and other celebrities might be under the control of major brands. But you know what they say, action speaks louder than words. Besides that, there's also the fact that Ye himself seems to have experienced the inner workings of the brands he's now speaking out against, as he used to work there. Yup, according to reports, it's only been slightly over a month since fashion powerhouse Balenciaga officially severed ties with Kanye West following a series of anti-Semitic posts and other controversial comments from the rapper. West, who legally changed his name to Ye, collaborated with Balenciaga for a wildly popular Yeezy Gap line earlier this year. Gap first announced its 10-year deal with Ye for the Yeezy Gap brand in June 2020, but West said last month he was ending his partnership with the Gap because of substantial non-compliance. However, Balenciaga isn't the only top organization that has severed its ties to West. Just like he mentioned at the beginning of the interview, the rapper also seems to have been debanked, and it's been confirmed. According to the news, the U.S. bank JP Morgan Chase has ended its relationship with Kanye West and his clothing brand Yeezy Inc. Although his decision predicts the rapper and designer's recent controversies in which he wore a White Lives Matter t-shirt and shared racist conspiracy theories in an unaired interview. Candace Owens, the conservative U.S. commentator whom West has associated with in recent years, shared a letter from the bank dated September 20th on Twitter. The New York Times also verified that the bank was ending its relationship with Yeezy LLC, but would maintain the account until November 21st to allow sufficient time to transfer the account, which implies that the story checks out. While the whole story is morphed into an entire conversation online, most people seem to believe Kanye should be the last person calling brands he has worked with, but some other users agree with him. That seems to be the case here with this person who wrote, "It's crazy because all of a sudden Kanye is the bad guy again. Everyone wanted people to talk about it, but Kanye is the least expected because he's worked with them before. Working with a brand doesn't mean you can't call them out if they're wrong." Although no one is sure if Kanye is going to take more action against these brands, we'll definitely find out pretty soon. That's it for this video. Goodbye.